Front-load versus top-load washing machine. Detailed comparison. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about a topic that almost every household faces at some point. Which washing machine should you buy? Should you go for a front-load washing machine or a top-load washing machine? This is not just a small decision. A washing machine is a long-term investment. You don't buy one every year. So if you make the wrong choice, you might regret it for 7, 8, or even 10 years. In this detailed video, we are going to compare both types of washing machines on every important factor: design, cleaning performance, washing mechanism, water usage, electricity consumption, detergent requirements, fabric care, price, maintenance, durability, and much more. By the end of this video, you'll have complete clarity about which one is better for your home. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a very detailed and very informative discussion. Chapter 1. Basic Introduction. Presenter. Before we go into comparisons, let's first understand the basic difference between a front-load and a top-load washing machine. A front-load washing machine has its door at the front. You have to bend down to load and unload clothes. It uses a horizontal drum that rotates and tumbles clothes, almost like how you would wash clothes by rubbing them by hand in a bucket. A top-load washing machine, on the other hand, has its lid on the top. You don't need to bend, you just drop clothes from above. It uses a vertical drum, and usually there is an agitator or pulsator inside which moves clothes around in water to clean them. So the first and most obvious difference is the design and the loading style. But the real difference lies in how they wash clothes, their mechanism. Chapter 2. Washing mechanism. Presenter. Let's go deeper into the washing mechanism, because this is what decides the cleaning quality and fabric care. Front-load washing machines. These machines use a tumbling action. The drum rotates, lifts the clothes, and then drops them into water. This repeated tumbling action gently but effectively rubs clothes against each other and against the water. Because of this mechanism, front loaders use less water. The clothes don't need to be fully submerged. They also use less detergent, but create better foam distribution. Top-load washing machines. These machines use an agitator or pulsator. The agitator is a long spindle in the center, and it moves clothes forcefully. The pulsator is a rotating plate at the bottom. This mechanism requires more water, because clothes have to float and move freely. Cleaning is effective, but sometimes a bit rough on fabrics. So the washing mechanism shows us one clear thing. Front load, gentle but very efficient cleaning. Top load, faster but slightly harsher cleaning. If you wash delicate clothes like silks, woolens, or expensive fabrics, a front loader is more fabric-friendly. But if your usage is more rough and tough, like daily wear, jeans, bed sheets, top-load machines are fine too. Chapter 3. Design and Ergonomics. Presenter. Now let's compare the design and ergonomics, because comfort also matters in daily use. Front-load washing machines. The door is in the front, so you need to bend down to put clothes in or take them out. Some people find this uncomfortable, especially senior citizens or those with back problems. However, you can buy a pedestal stand with a drawer that raises the machine S height and also gives extra storage space. Front loaders are heavier and bulkier, and they need a permanent spot with solid flooring because they vibrate more during high-speed spin cycles. Top-load washing machines. Much easier to load because you don't need to bend. Just open the lid and drop in clothes. Top loaders are lighter in weight, easier to move around if needed. They occupy a smaller footprint and can be placed even in slightly compact areas. Another benefit: if you forget to put some clothes in after the cycle has started, you can open the lid and add them anytime. In most front loaders, once the wash cycle begins, the door locks and you cannot add extra clothes. So in terms of daily convenience and comfort, top-load machines are easier, but if you set up your laundry space properly, front loaders are manageable too. Chapter 4. Water consumption. Presenter. Water is one of the most critical resources today, so let's compare water consumption. Front-load washing machines use about 40-60 liters of water per wash cycle, depending on the model and the selected program. Top-load washing machines use about 120-150 liters per wash cycle, sometimes even more if it has an agitator. That means top loaders use almost double the water compared to front loaders. Now, if you live in an area with water scarcity, or if you are environmentally conscious, this factor alone can make you lean towards front loaders. However, if water supply is not an issue in your area, then this point may not bother you as much. Chapter 5. Electricity Consumption. Presenter. Next comes electricity consumption. Front-load washing machines usually consume more electricity per wash compared to top loaders because they have more advanced features. They use higher spin speeds, 1200 and 1400 RPM. They often heat water for certain programs, and heating consumes a lot of power. Top-load washing machines usually consume less power because they don't need to heat water in most models. Spin speed is lower, 700-900 RPM, so less motor power is needed. But here's an interesting twist. Although front loaders consume more electricity, they also wash more efficiently and in larger loads. So if you compare the cost per wash cycle, the difference is not as huge as it looks. Still, if electricity bills are your top concern, top loaders may look more budget-friendly in this aspect. Chapter 6. Detergent Requirements. Presenter. Now let's talk about detergents. You might think detergent is the same for all washing machines, but that's not true. Front-load washing machines. These machines require low-sudsing detergents. Why? Because they use very little water, and if you use a normal detergent that creates too much foam, it can overflow and damage the machine. That's why you'll often see detergents labeled Matic Front Load. These are specially designed for front loaders. The cost of these detergents is slightly higher than normal powders, but since front loaders use less detergent per wash, the overall cost balances out. Top-load washing machines. These use a different type of detergent, labeled as Matic Top Load. These detergents create more foam because top loaders use more water, so excess suds won't damage the machine. You can even use normal detergents in semi-automatic top loaders, though it is not always recommended for long-term use. So the key takeaway is, front loaders need specialized detergent, low suds. Top loaders can use a wider variety of detergents, and you can even adjust depending on your budget. Chapter 7. Fabric Care and Wash Quality. Presenter. Next up, fabric care and wash quality. This is where front loaders really shine. Front-load washing machines. The tumbling action is gentle yet powerful. Clothes rub against each other instead of being pulled or twisted aggressively. This results in better fabric care, less wear and tear, and clothes lasting longer. They also have specialized wash programs like wool, silk, baby care, sportswear, anti-allergen wash, and more. These are tailored for different types of fabrics. Top-load washing machines. The agitator or pulsator can sometimes be rough on clothes, especially delicate ones. Over time, you may notice that fabrics look older or thinner. However, for daily use clothes like cottons, linens, towels, jeans, or bed sheets, the wash quality is perfectly fine. Advanced top loaders with inverter technology and pulsators have improved a lot, but still, they are not as gentle as front loaders. So, if you're someone who has a lot of expensive clothing, delicate dresses, or wants to maintain fabric life, a front loader is better. But for rough daily wear, a top loader does the job just fine. Chapter 8. Capacity and load size. Presenter. Another very important factor is capacity. Washing machines come in different sizes, measured in kilograms, like 6 key, 7 key, 8 key, or even 10 key. Front-load washing machines available from around 6 kilos to 12 kilos. Larger capacity models are excellent for joint families or people who wash heavy items like blankets and curtains. Since front loaders can wash more clothes in one cycle, You don't need to run multiple loads. Top-load washing machines also come in similar sizes, usually from 6 kilograms to 10 kg. But because they need more water and have a different mechanism, you may find that effective usable space feels slightly less compared to a front loader of the same size. For families, 1 to 2 people, 6 kg is enough. 3 to 4 people, 7 to 8 kg is ideal. 5+ people or joint family, 9 to 10 kg or above. Both machine types offer capacity, but front loaders often feel more efficient in handling larger loads in fewer cycles. Chapter 9. Wash Programs and Features. Presenter. Now let's talk about wash programs and features, because this is where a lot of modern technology comes in. Front-load washing machines usually come with 10-15 wash programs, sometimes even more. Common programs: cotton, wool, quick wash, baby care, sportswear, bedding, anti-allergen, eco-wash, intensive wash. Features like inverter technology, adjusts motor speed based on load. Heater, hot water wash for better stain removal and hygiene. Steam wash, kills bacteria, removes allergens. Autodose. Machine dispenses the right amount of detergent automatically. Wi-Fi smart control. You can control the machine from your phone. Top-load washing machines usually come with 6 to 10 wash programs. Common programs: normal, quick, delicate, heavy, tub clean, blanket. Features like inverter technology in premium models. Smart closing lid, soft closing lid for safety. Auto restart, resumes wash after power cut. Tub self-cleaning. Smart sensors, adjust water and detergent according to load. So front loaders win when it comes to advanced features and specialized wash cycles. Top loaders keep things simpler but are improving every year. Chapter 10. Price and Affordability. Presenter. Finally, for this part, price comparison. Front-load washing machines usually more expensive. A decent front-load machine starts from around $400 $500, INR 30,000 40,000, and can go up to 1,000 plus, INR 80,000 plus, for premium models with all features. The reason is advanced technology, higher build quality, and efficiency. Top-load washing machines. Much more affordable. A good top-load machine starts from around $200 $250, INR 15,000 20,000, and can go up to $600, INR 45,000, for premium models. They are budget-friendly and accessible to most households. So if you're looking for a budget machine for basic washing needs, top-load is the winner. But if you're ready to invest more for better cleaning, fabric care, and advanced features, then front-load is worth it. Chapter 11. Maintenance and Durability. Presenter. Now let's discuss maintenance and durability, because washing machines are not something you buy every year. You expect them to last at least 7 to 10 years. Front load. Washing machines require more maintenance compared to top loaders. The door has a rubber gasket which can collect dirt, detergent residue, and moisture. If not cleaned regularly, it can lead to mold, mildew, and bad odors. You need to leave the door slightly open after every wash to let moisture dry out. They are more sensitive to hard water, which can cause scaling inside the drum and heating element. A water softener may be needed in such areas. However, the build quality of front loaders is usually superior. If maintained well, they can last very long. Top-load washing machines. Easier to maintain. No rubber gasket to worry about. Less chance of mold. The drum design allows water to drain out more easily, reducing odor problems. Hard water still affects them, but not as severely as front loaders. Less maintenance overall. Perfect for people who don't want to bother with frequent cleaning. So in terms of maintenance, top loaders are simpler, but with regular care, a front loader can also serve you well for many years. Chapter 12. Repair costs and service availability. Presenter. Repairs are another important factor. Front-load washing machines. Since they are more advanced, their repair costs are higher. Parts like the motor, door lock, or electronic boards are expensive to replace. Service technicians need more training, and sometimes repair can take longer. Top-load washing machines. Much cheaper and easier to repair. Spare parts are widely available. Even a local technician can handle most problems. So if you live in a smaller town where service centers may not be easily accessible, top loaders are safer from a repair perspective. Chapter 13. Noise and Vibration. Presenter. Noise and vibration are often overlooked, but they matter a lot, especially if your washing machine is placed near bedrooms or living spaces. Front-load washing machines. Because of their high spin speeds, 1200–1400 RPM, they can vibrate more. If the floor is uneven, vibration and noise can get worse. However, premium models now have anti-vibration technology and better shock absorbers. Noise levels are generally around 50–70 dB, which is noticeable but not too disturbing. Top-load washing machines. Spin speed is lower, 700–900 RPM, so vibration is much less. Noise is also slightly lower compared to front loaders. Overall, they are quieter and more stable on most surfaces. So if you want a quiet machine, top loaders usually have the edge. Chapter 14. Space Requirements and Installation. Presenter. Let's talk about space and installation. Front-load washing machines require more careful installation. They need a strong, level floor to prevent vibration. They are bulkier and heavier. Because the door opens in front, you need extra space in front of the machine. Best suited for dedicated laundry areas or utility rooms. Top-load washing machines. Compact and lighter. Easier to shift if you're moving houses. Since the lid opens upward, you don't need space in front, only above. Can fit in tighter spaces compared to front loaders. So if you live in a small apartment or move often, a top loader is more convenient. Chapter 15. Which one suits which family? Presenter. Now let's summarize based on lifestyle and family type. For singles or couples, if budget is tight, go for a top load. If you want the best wash quality, go for a front load. For families with kids clothes get dirtier and need hygienic washes. A front load is better because it removes stains more effectively and has hot water or steam options. For senior citizens or people with back problems, a top load is easier because no bending is required. For joint families, 5+ members, a front load with higher capacity, 8 to 10, is better for handling bulk laundry. For areas with water scarcity, definitely a front load, since it uses half the water. For areas with limited electricity or frequent repairs, a top load is safer because it's cheaper to maintain and consumes less power. Presenter. So finally, the big question, which washing machine should you buy? If your top priorities are budget, ease of use, low maintenance, and quick repairs, then the answer is top-load washing machine. It's reliable, simple, and does the job without too much hassle. But if your priorities are better cleaning performance, fabric care, water savings, and advanced features, and you are okay with spending more and maintaining it properly, then the answer is front-load washing machine. My personal suggestion: if you live in a big city with good water supply, reliable electricity, and access to service centers, go for a front load. It's worth the investment. But if you live in a smaller town, water is not an issue, and you want simplicity, a top load will serve you perfectly well. At the end of the day, both machines have their pros and cons. It all depends on your lifestyle, budget, and what you value more. Presenter. So that was our complete detailed comparison between front-load and top-load washing machines. I hope this video gave you full clarity and will help you make the right choice. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more detailed comparisons and buying guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy washing!